Calm, cool, collected. I like it. But you're on the clock.
Thank you, Trevor. It's hard not to think of the Eminem movie when I hear that song, but that takes me back to my high school days. So my name is Mike Diaz. I'm the Director of Accounts at PolySync. Thank you guys at Planet M for putting this together and for Plug and Play for being here. We're blessed to be associated with you guys, and having a presence here at Michigan as well as in Portland, Oregon is a big deal to us, so thank you. So to tell you quickly about PolySync, just generally speaking, our mission is to create a safer autonomous future. Obviously, safety is the trillion-dollar question when it comes to autonomous vehicles, and depending on how you look at it, we want to make sure that that question doesn't have a $0 answer. So our mission is to create a safer autonomous future. And so in these next few minutes, I'm going to describe a couple of different product lines that PolySync has to try to round out what we do, what we've been doing, and also what we're doing in the near future. So the first set of products that I'm going to tell you about relate to PolySync solutions for research and development purposes. We think that part of the answer to a safer autonomous future includes letting more people bring their ideas onto the table in a safe way. So the first of the two products I'm going to tell you about is Core. Core is PolySync's original product. It came out 5 years ago, the same time that we were born as a company. And Core is a software product that's made for high-fidelity data capture and playback. Core has pivoted a little bit in its history, but what Core affords the user is really a plug-and-play solution. It comes with a plethora of sensor driver support, so a lot of customers want to get up and running quickly, and Core helps them do that. In addition to sensor drivers, it also comes with a high-fidelity recording system that's really great for people in the artificial intelligence and the machine learning industry who really care about synchronicity across their sensors and their compute devices because they're typically trying to create a training set for their AI algorithms. So that's Core. The other one I'm going to tell you about is DriveKit. Now, DriveKit has been released just under a year ago, and DriveKit is basically our response to a market demand our customers were demanding from us, a possible way to save them the trouble of reverse engineering vehicles so that they can have a platform to demonstrate and show off their own autonomous vehicle technology. So what we did with DriveKit is we productionized some of our in-house work that we were doing, and it's a kit that's very, very cost effective. It's compatible with a couple of existing commercially available vehicles. You basically plug it in. It takes us about 30 minutes to install it, but it takes new users less than a couple of hours to do it. And within that time, they're going to have a vehicle that their computer, whether it's a Drive PX2 or a laptop or whatever prototyping system they have, access the vehicle's steering systems, the accelerator system, the braking system, so they can quickly get their code on the roads. They can get whatever it is that they're doing as an AV tech company demonstrated and on a development platform. So that's DriveKit. The next features, or the next thing I want to talk about is, again, referring to some of the safety standards that are actually out there now. ISO 26262 is a big one. We've all heard of that, I'm sure. WD PAS 21448 is also an emerging one that there's been an enormous amount of industry interest in the last year or so. There's a quotation there by Philip Koopman, who is a great forward thinker in this AV safety space. But the reason why I bring these up is because we are big believers in these standards. We think they contribute a lot, but we also think that they're the bare minimum barrier of entry into a production autonomous vehicle future. And we identified an area where we had technical proficiency in to contribute and where we felt there was a gap in the market. And that led to our production software solution for autonomous vehicles. So I talked about R&D a second ago. This is more production focused. And I'm only going to give you a few lines on Helios simply because it's something that's still in development. We've had a limited rollout of it privately to some potential customers. But Helios is basically a software infrastructure solution that resides on the vehicle that supports functional safety and perhaps as importantly, robustness to faults and failures in your hardware and software architecture. Think of it this way. One way that the trillion-dollar safety question can have a $0 answer is if cars have faults, autonomous vehicles, your robo-taxi that's taking you to the airport has a fault on the way over there, and maybe it safely pulls you over, but when it does that, you're not going to get out of the car and say, yes, I missed my flight, right? You're going to be upset that it couldn't tolerate whatever the heck happened on that vehicle. So Helios and its plethora of robustness features brings possible solutions so that your vehicle, when it experiences a minor software or hardware fault, can keep going and get your riders to the destination. So that's the brief high-level intro to our entry on the production side of autonomous vehicle software. So if any of that stuff piqued your interest, please talk to me. We're going to be here around all day. Happy to talk about either our R&D solutions or our production software future. Thank you, guys.
Next up, we have Deepan, a